Actually, no, the Wonderland murders were different murders. The Cielo Drive murders. Where's Cielo Drive? Cielo Drive is over in Benedict Canyon. This is where the Tate LaBianca murders happened. Right over here in Benedict Canyon. And that changed the world. That was a wrinkle in time when Charles Manson was out and the Tate LaBianca murders happened on Cielo Drive. What they did was they successfully conflated the anti-war intellectual with the hippie drug addict Charles Manson. That's what happened during this time. The conflation between anti-war people with legitimate gripes against this country and drug addict murdering hippies. And then what happens the next year? President Nixon in 1971 starts the war on drugs. But when we listen to those tapes, those Nixon tapes, you find out the reason why it was labeled the war on drugs was because it was an anti-black, anti-hippie movement. Why were the hippies and the anti-war people so major and did big when it came to them being the biggest threat to America? The hippies weren't about, they saw what black Americans were doing musically, and they were about investing in black America. They were about not just talking about black America, but actually partnering with black America. Because they were seeing through the bullshit. And that can't happen. So you get this quasi-hippie movement. You bring in these hippies. You conflate them with Charles Manson. You get the American opinion against the hippie. You make America anti-hippie. Then you create a war on drugs that targets hippies and black people.